Welcome to my room in this world of ruin, a place to rest and to recover for all on the path to your eventual downfall. Today, we will play
Super Nintendo. And as usual, bear with me as I try to manage more than I can handle. A fan favorite, Super Nintendo, mainline, Final Fantasy game. I'm sure many people have been eagerly looking forward to. My 1 subscriber and 5 viewers total in my lifetime have been eagerly anticipating. Turn this down. You know, one of the Super Nintendo's greatest RPGs of all time. Mainline Final Fantasy. I wish I had it to show, but it's currently in the console. I spent like 30 to 40 minutes just getting the cartridge to function this morning. I was cleaning the contacts with lab grade IPA, like 99.98% alcohol. And it was pretty clean. It wasn't even that dirty. The cartridge is in great shape. And it just like would not fucking work. And I finally got it working. And then when I walked over to turn on the camera that's pointed at my face, my foot hit the console and I lost the image, and then I had to do it all over again. So I don't dare touch it. I don't even dare touch it. So otherwise I'd show the game. But we have Final Fantasy. Mystic Quest. Fan favorite. Highly regarded as the worst Final Fantasy game ever made. Apparently, everywhere I hear about it, people shit talk that game as like a baby game and as a garbage ass game. I've never played it, so I wanted to give it a chance. I wanted to see what it was about, and I've watched and listened to Jeff Gersman's podcast over the years, and you know, obviously like Giant Bomb before that. And he's apparently like a fan of the game. He likes it. And, you know, he's no fucking newbie when it comes to playing games. And I'm like, man, I wonder if there's something to this game. I should check it out because I haven't. I've just never played it. You know, it's the kind of thing where like I'd pick up a game over the years, like this one here, Mystic Quest. I bought it over 20 years ago. And I've just never really tried it. I had an old save on there that was literally like 7 minutes. So, and that's from like over 20 years ago. I don't remember it. I overwrote it. I started a new game just to make sure everything worked. I have currently played it for 5 minutes. I haven't even really actually played the game. There was just a little introductory scene or introduction scene, whatever you want to call it. But let's go ahead and check that out. Let me just manage a bunch of shit on my 13-inch screen here. And then we'll get going. Okay, let's turn that off. I've got the game audio muted. Let's see if it comes back on. Hopefully that worked. And hopefully... Let's change. Oh, before I actually do that, let me try something here. I put in some earrings that you can't see because of my giant fucking microphone and pop filter. Let me move it for a minute. You can kind of see them. I made these earrings a few years ago. I used to make jewelry. I've probably mentioned that somewhere. And I still have a lot of the materials. And I thought about maybe I'll do some videos one of these days where I like make jewelry on the camera. But I'd have to mount the fucking camera on a stand pointed down at a table, and I'd have to have all this lighting, and it would take a lot of setup, a lot of experimentation, because I've never done anything like that. And it would break my current setup. You know, like what I'm doing right here doesn't look like much. I mean, it's not really, but it takes me like fucking hours every day to get this to all work properly. And if I pull the camera out of the setup, I'm going to break the setup for like a full day. And then another fucking full day to get it set up somewhere else. It would be so much. I'd have to be like fully committed to, okay, we're going to do jewelry making videos for like a whole week or something. Otherwise, it would be kind of a waste of time, and it would just ruin any productivity that I would have for the week with this stuff here. But at some point, I'm interested in it. You know, I mean, idealistically, like what I really want is a second camera and another capture card and a better computer and more storage and better lights and a house and a yard. And I don't really want a car. I hate cars. A motorcycle and a water slide in a mansion and 10 wives. I'm serious. But until I have all of those things, we're going to do it all fucking cobbed together and backwoods, hillbilly, cob job fucking set up like this. Okay. Let's go ahead and finally change the channel now. I'm sure everyone's fucking tuned out by this point. Okay. So, what do I have here? I have the Super Nintendo hooked up via component, actually. And I think it looks pretty fucking good. I may have mentioned this in a video that I never fucking made public, so I'll mention it again. I bought a converter box, and let me go ahead and get out of this. Here's the game. You start the game, and about 5 minutes in, you're here. And this is like the first time you get to move around. And I don't really know. The only thing I know is that I was on a mountain and the mountain collapsed. And I had to fight one enemy, and then I'm here. That's it. So I've just started here. I don't really know what the fuck's going on or who I am. Or I was like, a wizard appeared and said that I was the warrior meant to save the world. And I'm like, what, me? And he's like, yes, you're the one. And I think he gave me a sword and he told me to fight a monster, and I did, and I won. And then he was like, oh, wow, I guess you really are the one I'm looking for. And my character was like, what? I thought you said you knew I was the one. He's like, well, I just kind of guessed. I wasn't sure. But now that you defeated the monster, I feel confident about it. And my character was like, what the fuck? And then I'm here. So we're going to walk around and see how quickly we die, because my HP is like almost fucking 0 at this point after that monster I had to fight. And I don't have any... I don't have any items. What the fuck? Okay, how do I fucking manage this? What button does what on this thing? Okay, I don't have any items. I don't have any spells. How do I get to that screen? Okay. So start. Normally you press the B button to like do anything on this controller, but it's not. You use the A button, which is like all the way to the right. It's like the farthest away fucking button from your hand. you can use a sword. It's almost like Legend of Zelda or something, which I was not expecting. I like the look of it. It has a charming appearance. I don't remember what I was saying. Let's see what this guy says over here. That boulder's blocking my way back to town. Would you shove it aside? Must mean that one behind him there. I mean, can't you just like walk between the trees over here? You know, trees are not like solid fucking sheets of fucking steel. You can like move between branches or crawl underneath the branches and you're fucking good to go, buddy. Or like right here, you know, you could walk between this tree. I mean, look how wide it is. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, what do I do? Oh, I can jump. Okay. Huh. I'm not sure what I do. Let's go this way, I guess. Oh, what the hell? Oh, that's the map. Okay, back here. What the hell do I do? Because this is where it told me to start the game, was right here. How do I... You can't, like, cut this tree and... What? I must be doing something wrong. Oh, that just keeps going in there. Stop going in that fucking menu! Huh. Well, this is weird. I thought you could just, like, cut these and... What am I not figuring out? Like, A does this. B jumps. Y does nothing. X goes to the save screen. B goes back. Select does nothing. L and R triggers do nothing. Start goes to the menu. That's it. So what the fuck? Why did the wizard say go to this place? Like it was the first thing I was told to do. Huh. I can't interact with a single object. What the fuck? What the fuck? All right, let's leave. Maybe I was just... No, I can't move anywhere. I can't go anywhere. I can do nothing. Okay. Hold on. Let me just try every button out here, because sometimes it's bullshit like that. Huh. Okay, this is a bad start to the game because I'm not able to do anything anywhere. Nothing is doing shit. What the fuck? I'd love to, buddy. I'd love to. What the hell? Is this literally as far as we get in the game? Is the first 5 minutes? What am I not fucking doing here? What the fuck? Let me go somewhere else then. I don't understand. What the hell? Huh. There's got to be some other ability that I don't know about. Oh, stop doing that. Stop doing that! All right, I have nothing here. There's nothing here. Nothing. Is this equipped? Weapons. Sword is equipped. Huh. Whatever. What the hell? What do I need to press to break these trees? Because they look breakable. You know, like there's an item right here. Obviously, you're meant to break through these trees and go grab that item. What breaks the trees? Is it some combination of buttons I hold down? No? Huh, what the fuck? I am like stumped. I've tried every single button. I've tried every combination of buttons. Nothing does anything. What the fuck am I not figuring out here? It says white 3, black 1. Does that mean I somewhere have magic I can't see? What is going on? There was like no explanation when I started the game. It was just like, here's a sword. Go to the forest. And that was it. That was literally everything. Oh, wow. Oh, man. So what? And it's just sitting here. Like, it doesn't look selected. But it shows it in my little... It shows it next to my health bar. So it must be selected. Well, at least you'd think so. You'd think so. Huh. Huh. I don't appear to have any other options to do anything. This is disgusting. Okay, I'd love to shove that aside, dude. How about some guidance on what buttons do anything in this game? Oh, wow. This is fucking messed up. I feel like I'm gonna have to start this video over and like go on the internet and look up like what do you do in this? Like what commands do anything in this game? Because nothing I've tried works. Surely there's a way to cut these. What the fuck? What the fucking fuck? What? Like, is my cartridge defective or something? This can't be right. This cannot be right. Oh my god, I am so sick of going in that menu. Come on, let me move to another location. What the hell? What was that? What's going on? What is this? What's happening? The fuck? Okay, you press select, and then you can just move around on the map freely. Okay. Start goes here. But I can't actually move to another location. Left and right do nothing. X goes into this dumbass fucking save menu again. Y does nothing. A and B go into the level. I am absolutely stumped. I have tried every fucking button. This is the only weapon I have, the only function I seem to possess currently. I can jump, but it doesn't seem to, like, matter. I can't jump over objects, apparently. I can't cut anything with my sword. It does literally nothing. So it seems to be like a useless function. And then this guy just asked me to move the rock, but I can't get to the rock to move it. And we are, like, basically dumber than a fucking baby, apparently, because this game's supposed to be for babies. I'm getting really disgusted with this, like, very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. We are getting fucking disgusted with this. This has no effect. I hold both triggers down, one trigger, the other trigger. I try X and B at the same time, XA at the same, like nothing. Nothing does anything. I can just go to the save screen. There are no... Why does it say white 3, black 1? It's like it's indicating I have something somewhere. Let me check weapons again. I have nothing else. There's no skills that I'm seeing. No items anywhere. Not a single item. Just basic stats. Okay. What the fuck? How is this? I should be able to cut this fucking tree and then go over there and fight that guy. Like, that seems like the logical path forward. I cut this tree and then I fight these guys over here and that's how I get around. Why is that not working? Or I should be able to cut these trees and get around this guy here. Why is that not working? Is there another path I'm not seeing somewhere? Oh, stop! No, there's no other path. There is no other path. What the hell is going on in this game? And I can't go down, left, up, or right. Those are the only directions you can move. I can't, like, do this to select anything. Right? What the fuck? This just... I guess this is just so you can see, like, what's around you. There's not much in this world, actually. There's, like, some kind of, like, demon dungeon. A cave. I don't know what the swords mean. They maybe are, like, combat arenas or combat areas. And a town. And then whatever I'm at here, I can't even see what it is because I'm covering it up with my icon. And I can't move. Even though there's arrows indicating I can, it doesn't let me do anything. Literally nothing. None of the buttons are performing a single function. Ah, fuck you. Huh. Well, this is a real bad start to the game. This is a really fucking bad start to this game. Is there some, like, button that, like, some function I'm not noticing? Oh my god, that... I want to rip that button off the fucking controller. Okay, like, the only buttons that do anything besides saving is this, which is Y. Does nothing currently. Maybe eventually I get magic or something and it's a magic button. I have no idea. Jump and attack. That's it. Select on the map lets me move around at least to see the map, but here it does nothing. Start goes to the menu. I'm so fucking confused, man. Surely the sword would let me cut these. Huh. I'm gonna do something unprecedented that I never do, especially while I'm recording. But, like, I don't want to start this over. I'm going to, like a mentally challenged baby, have to look up this child's game because I have absolutely no idea how to proceed. And that is such a shame. I feel like I tried everything. I'm probably, when I see what you do, I'm going to be, like, disgusted, like, sick to my stomach that I'll probably just shut it off and say, fuck this video. I don't know. I don't even know what to look up, to be honest with you. I guess I'm gonna look up a fucking A guide? I have a feeling that I won't find any answers here, to be honest with you. Okay, the guide is blank. Okay, I guess we have to find some other guide. It's like a broken link or something. Wow. I apologize for being so stupid and for having to waste time doing this. Yeah, I did that. I fought the behemoth. Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I swear I tried this. Let's see if this works. I'm supposed to jump over this guy. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Fuck you. Fucking eat a fucking dick. Get the fuck out of my face. Are you? I'm sick to my fucking stomach. And then he just stands there. Fuck you. So what do I jump over enemies too? Apparently I don't get into combat in this game. Just jump out over everything? Is that how it's fucking played? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, since when is that a mechanic in any game? You jump over the NPC to proceed. Get the fuck out of here. First time for everything, apparently. I guess I don't talk to these guys. I just jump over them. So it's like a fucking action platformer. When I think of Final Fantasy, I think of you never jump over anything. I've turned into an old man. Okay. I really like the look of this. It's like soft and kind of like pastel looking, but it's, at least in this area, it's not hyper colorful. It's kind of, I don't know if muted is the right word. Can I go in the water? Whoa! It wasn't like it wasn't like I touched the water and then I'm dead immediately, like most fucking games of this time period. That's something else you can't do in Final Fantasy games. You never get to jump in the water. You don't get to swim in those games. Wow. This is kind of interesting. Oh, look at this little well. There's like an animation of water inside of it. I'm not sure if you can see that. It definitely looks like an early Super Nintendo game, but it has a charming look to it. It looks unique. Thanks for the help back there. Take the chest in the back. Okay. How do I get over there? Whatever. I'm not wasting my time. Fuck off. What's this? I can't interact with that? Are you kidding me? Okay, forget it. Forget it. I'm not... Fuck off. Fuck off. Oh, didn't you know if you press like X, Y, up, down, left, right, A, B, start, fucking 10 times in a row, and then hold it down and reset the console, that's how you fucking jump over there and get the chest? Totally common sense. If you're tired, have a rest on that bed. Oh, cool. That's really neat. Oh, that is nice. I can jump over them, though, when they're in the fucking way. Found cure potion ×3. It's not just one. Okay, so you can only sleep in certain beds. Can't jump over the counter. I'm Kylie? Kylie? I'm Kylie. There's a tree blocking the north exit of the level forest. Shouldn't it be called forest level? I can chop down the tree, but monsters have taken over the forest and I can't get to it. I can help you with that. Come on, let's go. Don't you dare take Kylie anywhere dangerous. Listen, Mom. Hey, that tree wither looks awful. How much the trees must be suffering. Okay, you win. Don't worry, Mom. Kylie joined. Huh. So now I have a party member with an axe? My husband, Mac, forgot his captain cap. I hope nothing happens. What are these things? The hell is that? Got cure potion. All right. I guess we go back? Maybe? Okay, so I can only go left and right. I can't go up. So now what do we do? Let me cut this with my axe. We've got to reach the north exit. Oh. Oh. Okay, so you don't attack them on the map. Oh, man. Oh, nice. This music's different. Wait, did I just knock his hat off? Wow, 204 experience? That seems like a lot. I tried doing a video last night. It was a couple hours, actually. I don't know. I don't think I like it. I played Harvest Moon, but it was like between like 2 and 4 o'clock in the morning. I was just kind of rambling on. How the fuck did I die already? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh wow, she's got a life spell. God damn. This girl here is a lot stronger than I am. That's for sure. She's fighting with a fucking battle axe. She's cutting trees down, which I couldn't do. And she's barely taking any damage. Oh, I just leveled up. Okay, let's go fucking recover. Holy shit. So are there no random battles in this game? Like you see the enemies on the map? Because that's something that I didn't start seeing until like the PlayStation 1 and the Sega Saturn. Where was that? Was it this house? I think it was Lunar 2 where I first saw that. No, it wasn't here. I really like Harvest Moon though. I wanted to play something last night that was more of like a casual experience. Let me save. Okay. Guess we're good. I don't know how long the battery's gonna last in this game. I've never replaced it. It's probably the original from 1992. Maybe it'll die while we're playing this. Oh, they're back. It's okay. I need some experience. I need to level up a little bit. Yeah, this music's not bad. It's not what I expected at all. I looked at playing other games besides this one. This is one I'm not familiar with. And it seemed like an interesting choice. You know, everybody plays and talks about the big popular, like the most highly regarded titles, like Final Fantasy 3/6. You know, I call it 3 because that's what it says on the fucking cartridge, on the box, and on the title screen. Chrono Trigger, which I have. I have those games. You know, I bought those over 20 years ago. They're loose carts, but they're still the real deal. You know, those games are pretty pricey now. And I may play them at some point. But nobody talks about this one. And I don't want to just do what everyone else is doing. If you want to watch a video where somebody plays Chrono Trigger, there's probably like 20,000 of those on YouTube right now. And everybody's going to be talking about how amazing it is, how it made them cry, and how, you know, they're going to tell you this story about like the fucking history of the developer like they actually know, because they fucking don't. They didn't work there. Even the people that worked there don't really know. Unless you were like in upper management at Squaresoft at the time, you have no fucking idea, dude. And then even if you're in upper management, you don't really know the whole story. You probably have no idea what your team was really going through or what they were really doing. You would have to have the unique perspectives from like every fucking member of the fucking team. And then somehow put that all together in some cohesive package. You know, if you've worked at any large company, you know that like the people in upper management have no fucking idea what you do on a daily basis. They have this like 0% idea of what's happening with the team and what the team is doing and what actually is required to get the job done. They send emails and they talk about shit and they put data together into charts and graphs and present it to their boss. It's about what they do. And they're professional bullshitters. Like, I think that's one of the skill sets that people in upper management have to have is they have to be professional liars and bullshitters. That's what they're getting paid to do at the end of the day. They're getting paid to like deceive people and bullshit people into thinking like they know what they're doing. And if they're really good at it, they excel at their job and they move up in the company. You know, the people that are doing all the work are the people that work for them, all of their direct reports. The people that collect all the data that they use to present to their boss so that they look good. They aren't collecting that data. They're just putting it together. Sometimes they're not even doing that. They're just presenting it. They're kind of like a fucking stage performer or something like that. You know, they're actors. Okay. You have to be willing to be. You have to be a very dishonest, disingenuous person. And you need to be a good actor to have a job like that. And see, a lot of people, they're naturally they're good people. They were taught as a child to be honest and respectful and follow the rules and obey, do the right thing. And they do that as adults. And it's why they don't excel. It's why they don't succeed in life in ways that they might want to. Because the people that do succeed are the people that are willing to lie and deceive, manipulate, betray, backstab, take credit for things they didn't do. And most people aren't like that. They're not corrupt. They're not evil like that. You have to be a piece of shit to some extent. Generally speaking, there's always exceptions, but I think as a general rule, you've got to be a scumbag piece of shit. We're starting to do a little more damage here. I like that about RPGs. And I wanted something that I didn't have to take super seriously. It's another reason why I'm playing this. I don't really care about the story or what people are saying in this one. If I was playing like Star Ocean on the PlayStation, I might be more interested in the story. What's this red tree? This is the evil tree I was talking about. Oh no. Oh no. Surprise. Oh shit. What, did he kill her? He poisoned me, just as he did the trees. Fuck. Oh no. Oh no, I'm almost dead. No! Huh? Why didn't anything happen? I just cured. Wow. Why am I not seeing my meter go up when I cast the spell? Oh my god, dude, he's like wrecking me. I don't think I'm ready for this. I'm gonna die. There's no way I'm gonna defeat this guy. Wow. Oh my god. What the fuck? All right, we're gonna die, and then I'm gonna have to start over, and then I'm just gonna level grind for probably like fucking 3 hours. This guy's way overpowered. Oh shit. Whew. I have two health left. Kaylee, what happened? It'll be okay as soon as I take elixir. That's in the sand temple. Don't worry, I'll get it. Then take this axe with you. Received axe. Did she just die? I'll be back. Okay, now how come it didn't fill my health like that when I used it in battle? You fucking kidding me? Oh, nice. Yes. This is kind of like an adventure, like an action-adventure RPG, like The Legend of Zelda. Which I was not expecting. Let's go back. Do some more battles here. Let's see how I do on my own. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm taking a lot less damage. I'm thinking about getting the Xbox, the original Xbox hooked up. Because the component cables I'm using for the Super Nintendo here are actually the component cables for my Xbox. And they're plugged into a SCART to component converter that also accepts VGA input. I bought it for the Dreamcast. It doesn't work with the Dreamcast at all. Zero functionality with the Dreamcast. But it works with the Super Nintendo. You know, I just happen to have this SCART cable for it that I originally had bought for the OSSC upscaler. And it allows me to use the Super Nintendo with the converter and then plug it into my CRT here and get a much better, higher quality image. But with the Xbox, I can literally just plug it into these cables and hopefully also get a really nice image. My Xbox is an old model and the disk drive doesn't function properly. I found, like, the last time I used it was, I think it was late last year, maybe December. I don't remember now exactly what month it was. Ugh. What button do I... Here, start. It was back when Tomonobu Itagaki passed away. And, like, it caught me by surprise. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I've always respected that guy and appreciated the games that he and his team worked on when he worked at Team Ninja. And I was eagerly, like, waiting to see what he would eventually reveal for his like solo project, or maybe not solo project, but he had started his own studio and he was working on some kind of big game. He would talk about it occasionally, but like years had gone by and he had never even revealed what it was. And then when I heard he passed away, I was like shocked because he was a pretty young guy. And he was like, I don't know, one of those, you know, he was like famous. Like, there was nobody else quite like him. And I went back and I hooked up my Xbox around that time when I heard he passed away. I got it out and I had trouble getting it to work. The optical drive wouldn't even open. But I forced it open with a paper clip. You know, like old optical drives will have like a little hole and you can push like a paper clip in there if you straighten it out. And it'll force the drive open. And after I did that a couple of times, it would function. But it wasn't perfect. Sometimes I'd still have to force it open. And I've heard that the original Xbox has an issue where the capacitor for the battery ends up or maybe it's for a clock or something, that a capacitor leaks, and I guess it ruins the console. And I've never opened it up. I don't really know how to repair it. I don't have the parts to repair it. And so I haven't done that, and I'm worried that it could be about ready to die. But it worked the last time I played it. And I put in some of Team Ninja's games from back then. And I was blown the fuck away by how good they looked. Like Dead or Alive 3. I think that was a launch game on the Xbox. And that's an old game now. You know, that game's like over 20 years old. Maybe 25 years old or something like that. Like, it's pretty old. And I was blown away. I'm like, dude, this looks almost as good as some modern games. This is crazy. And, oh no. Dude, why am I almost dead? I was just taking so much damage. This seems to be such a fucking dice roll. And then why didn't I heal? Why didn't I heal? What is going on? I'm going to have to do a lot of leveling up, apparently. See, like now, it's like totally normal. They're doing like 2 to 4 damage. And then what are they, like suddenly doing like 1,000 damage? Like randomly? But that was back when like they built all their tech was custom built. Like they built the engine. All that technology was new technology that they developed for that game. And you go back and play something like Dead or Alive 3. And like there's water that looks realistic. There's reflections in the water. When you're fighting in the forest, as your characters are fighting, like leaves are being stirred up from the ground and blowing around in the wind. When you're fighting in the snow realistically morphs and deforms under your feet. Kind of like the snow in Horizon for the PlayStation 5. Like they were doing that same technology like 25 years before we were seeing it on PlayStation 5. And it was all custom made. You know, they weren't using like fucking Unreal Engine or something like that. It's insane to think about what they were pulling off that they developed like in-house and on their own. And you would read stories about how like the team would sleep in the office like every fucking day. They were just always there, working like 7 days a week, working like 14-hour shifts. And they were pulling off miracles. Hold on, what am I doing? Okay, what? Why didn't it heal me the first time? Is it a dice roll on whether or not it works? And then I tried playing Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. I own that game as well. You know, it looks so fucking good. It's amazing. I can't believe how good their games look. Like they look better than like any other developer at the time. Like they had some of the best looking technology of the generation. And then Ninja Gaiden. I have Ninja Gaiden as well by Team Ninja. The original release that they did on the Xbox. The game's hard as fuck. That game is hard. But it's amazing. And I've thought about doing a video, like kind of like almost like in celebration, you know, of what Itagaki and his team accomplished and what they gave us back then. All of their hard work and their effort for, you know, obviously partially for their jobs, for their well-being, but also for their fans and for the gaming industry as a whole. It was some of the best of the time, of the era, of the generation. I just couldn't believe how good that shit looked. So I've thought about why the fuck How are they doing this much damage to me? All of a sudden, like out of nowhere. Ah, man. Okay, come on. You know, I wish I had some more games on there, but I don't have that many. But all the games that I do have for the Xbox are the games, like my original copies I bought back when I bought the Xbox. Panzer Dragoon Orta, Otogi, Shenmue 2, Conquer Live and Reloaded, and then the Team Ninja games, as I mentioned. God damn. Oh my god, I want to rip that fucking X button off of my controller. So why does it heal me only sometimes? Let's save. I've been thinking about it, though. I think I am going to end up hooking up that PS2 and playing at least some of my games. I've mentioned before that there's a weird issue with the PS2 and this TV and my camera, where it just looks off because of the interlacing and because the camera can't perfectly synchronize with the refresh rate. But I think I'm just going to say fuck it, because otherwise it's a very nice looking image, and I have a lot of really cool games for the PS2. It's one of my better collections. Man, I need like a healing spell. Okay. I think I might start with Silent Hill 2. Because I've mentioned previously that game looks really nice on here. I wonder if there's a shop where I can buy items. Wait, hold on. No? How do I get this chest? Like, I can't jump over these. Wait a minute. Aha! Scumbag. Fucking kidding me. Oh my god. Is this a one-time use item? Or is this a spell I always have? Nice. Feels smart. Even though this is a game for little kids. I suppose that's my level of intelligence. Like a 4-year-old. I think my microphone, I think I should sound more present. I've been having issues getting my mic to sound present, especially with the game audio. Like I did a video where I played Tales of Destiny 2, and I'm like, man, what the hell? Like I having trouble hearing my mic when I listen back to it. And I thought I had the game audio turned down to a good level, but it was still so, not all the time, but sometimes it was so fucking loud. I think the audio mixing in that game is really weird. Sometimes it'll be crazy loud, and other times you can hardly hear it. And when it got loud, I couldn't hear my mic. And I have a compressor set up. Let's see what happens here. I'm probably going to die immediately. Oh, wow. Yep. I have a compressor set up on the audio channel for the game. And then I have it side chained to my microphone. But I found with the Tales of Destiny video that I could really hear it ducking the audio, and it sounded nasty to me, and it was bothering me. Yep, gonna die apparently. Oh wow. Oh wow. Wow, are you kidding me? Okay, so I have these little, I don't know what you call them, like these little blocks under my health meter. They're like different levels of like health or something. Let's see if I can get another one. Anyway, what I've got going on, my interface has a limiter built into it. And I was using that, but I felt like I kept hearing it. Like it would, whenever my volume would get too loud and it would trigger the limiter, I was hearing some clipping and I didn't like how it sounded. And I was having trouble getting an even, but like loud and present level from the microphone. It seemed so difficult to get the gain staging right on this thing. And what I ended up doing is going in. Okay, am I good now? Oh, so are those like battles on the map? Is that what those icons are for? Oh, and then the number next to white and black and wizard is like how many magic points I currently have. Okay, let me save. So I have a audio like production suite that I bought for my workstation in my little studio in the other room. And I was able to get that licensed on this laptop here and have access to those plugins. And I don't want to use too many of them because this computer can't really handle it. In fact, I forgot to even check and see like how bad it was performing. I'm going to do that right now. Okay, currently it says I haven't had any missed frames, but I still hear audio skips all the time and like weird little glitches. And I have no idea what's causing it other than this computer is just not powerful enough. But it's not showing that I've missed any frames or had any weird dropouts. But I didn't want to run too many plugins. Which way should we go? Okay, so it's not letting me go any direction but down. Wait a minute. Do we just hit A here? Okay, I guess we do. What? Uh-oh. I'm using a multi-band compressor on my microphone on the computer and with a plugin, and it seems to be really helping. Looking for some cure, kid? First of all, my name is Poppy, and I'm looking for elixir, bitch. Well, I'll sell you some for, say, 9,000 GP. Fuck you. That's way too much. Listen, kid, this stuff is precious, right? My allowance is only 2 GP a month. Then let's do it this way. I'm going to the bone dungeon to find treasure. You come with me and help. If I get the treasure, you get the elixir. Do I have a choice? When do we go? Fucker. There's a battlefield nearby. Why don't you whack a few monsters there and maybe win something, kid? The name's Poppy, shithead. Tristram joined. Almost sounds like the town from Diablo. Is this the battlefield? Battlefield, round 10 of 10. Let's save. Okay, did it save? Oh, wow. Okay. Oh no, I don't have antidote. Shit! You bitch ass. Fucking poison me, motherfucker. Tristram attacks with a ninja star. I don't know. So far, this game's not too bad. Uh-oh. No, I wouldn't mind seeing like a new Mystic Quest game with modern visuals. It could be fun. Oh, wow. I saw Square announced that, I don't know, it looks kind of like a Final Fantasy mobile game that's using like the HD 2D engine that they use for all of those Octopath Traveler games. It looks okay, but I'm kind of over that engine and that specific look. I don't want to see any more games like that. I'm sick of seeing it. They all look kind of weird and nasty, and it reminds me if you've ever used like a professional photo editor and you let it do its like automatic settings to like automatically enhance your photo, and it looks fucking nasty when it does that. And you basically what I do is I disable all that stuff and I just manually adjust things to taste. But if you let an editor just like go in and automatically make an adjustment, it overdoes everything. Like way too much. And it looks disgusting. And that's kind of how that engine looks to me. Or at least the way they're using it. I don't want to see a remake of their popular Final Fantasy games from the Super Nintendo or the Nintendo in that engine. No, thank you. Oh, fuck off. Well, so far we're doing okay here. I wouldn't mind seeing some nice 2D games. Like real 2D games, not 3D games with a 2D perspective. You know, like if you look at something like what Square was doing on the PS1 with Legend of Mana. What was the other one? Oh shit, what was that called? Fuck, they made 2 of them on there. What the hell were those things called? They were RPGs that looked kind of weird, non-traditional. Shit, I can't remember what they're called. Well, Legend of Mana is a great example of like really nice 2D pixel art, beautiful visuals, and it looked like a generational leap of the technology. They don't do anything like that anymore. Let me see if I can... I guess I'll save. It's almost like a lost art form. 2D pixel art. You see it on rare occasion from an indie developer. And oftentimes I don't think it looks very good. It ends up looking kind of generic and lacks style. You could say this game looks a little bit generic, I suppose. What's this, the last one? Uh-oh. Cleaned them out. 1 charm. Shit, okay. Defense power 1. How do I equip it? What? Huh. Does it auto-equip, I wonder? Maybe. Let's rest. Hell yeah. This game seems alright. And it's like one of the it's one of those games I knew almost nothing about, other than people said it was garbage. I don't think it's garbage, though. I think it's kind of pretty decent. Can I fight these guys again? I think I'm gonna level grind just a little bit here. Oh shit, did the treasure chests respawn? That's actually really cool if that's true. That gives you an incentive to replay areas. That's a mechanic I don't ever see in a game. Okay, why is my screen flickering once in a while? And what is that? Is that like my cartridge about to fucking shit the bed on me? Because I was having a bunch of issues getting it to work earlier. So it flashes there, which I think is normal. It's like a transition into battle. I think it's flashing there because I'm attacking. But like right there, what was that? Hell yeah. Let's get this guy. Maybe it's like when I get my turn or something. I'm not sure. Man, like this is not bad. Like sure, it doesn't have the amazing, super detailed art that you'd see in some of the other games. Like Secret of Mana, for example. But it's not a bad looking game, and it's kind of fun. Like it's well made. And it feels a little different. I like that you can move around and jump, and you can break obstacles with your weapon, like cutting these trees down. Combat feels good. It's snappy and fast. It doesn't like some of those RPGs feel so slow. Like a slog. Nice. I'm sure at some point I'll try some of the other games on here on my channel. Maybe soon, because now that I have the Super Nintendo all hooked up, I might want to keep going with it. I think it looks pretty nice here. You know, I made adjustments to the camera. I think it looks a little better now because man, I don't know what the right term is. Like I don't know if that's the right way to put it. I closed the aperture. It's set to, what is it called? Is it f-stop? It's set to, I think it's F11. I can't remember now. It's set to 11. I can't remember if it's called f-stop. It allows me to get, it reduces the moire on the screen. It doesn't look as nasty and dithered, and it reduces the rainbow effect. But I can still see the image from this game, and it looks pretty sharp. One of the main issues with that, you lose like minor sharpness, but in my little setup here, it's fine. But it makes it much darker for the camera. It has a lot more trouble because it's letting less light in. And to make up for it, I had to increase the ISO. And on this camera, it's not amazing when it comes to low light. And so I had to set the ISO to like 1000 to get this to show up here like it is. And because of that, there's some noise on the screen. But you know what? Like a lot of people add film noise as a post-processing effect. And I've just got it naturally here. So it's like a natural effect I've got. I can just keep doing this? That seems like a nice way to do some leveling. Shit, I'm gonna do it again. It's real snappy. Like, don't worry, we'll be playing other shit on here. Like, I am going to play Final Fantasy VII. I'm probably going to play Final Fantasy VIII and maybe even 9, because I own those. I have Final Fantasy Tactics on the PlayStation 1. You know, I have the Final Fantasy Chronicles and whatever the other one was. Maybe it's called Final Fantasy Collection. I can't remember now. Chrono Trigger and Xenogears and Valkyrie Profile and Vanguard Bandits and Delundra and Star Ocean. All that stuff. Lunar 1 and 2 and fucking Arc the Lad Collection. The Mega Man Legends Trilogy. At some point, we'll be playing stuff like that on here. Let's just keep doing this for a little bit. I watched that Nintendo Direct from a day or two ago. I don't own a Switch 2, and I don't have the money to buy one. But if I did, I'm not sure I would. They haven't released or revealed any games that I am currently interested in playing. The Mario Kart game that it launched with, it looks kind of nice. I've never owned or given a shit about Mario Kart, so there's that. But the music, from what I've heard, sounds awesome. Like, I almost wouldn't mind owning it for all the music that's in that game. But other than that, Like that Donkey Kong game looks okay. Not enough for me to buy the console. Not enough for me to spend like $600 or $700. You know, after tax and buying a real like big boy controller, that thing would cost like $700 fucking dollars. Oh, it's done now. Oh shit. I wasn't even paying attention. Did I get a fucking item for that? No. What's he have? Oh. Let's go rest. In Foresta? No, what's this place called? Yeah, Foresta. Foresta. But I watched the Nintendo Direct recently. And like one of my favorite series is the Xenoblade series. And they revealed a new one. And I was watching it and I'm like, I don't know what it is. I'm not getting the same feeling from this that I did from the other ones. Like, I'm kind of not into it. I can't quite put my finger on why. Maybe it was just the trailer, what they decided to reveal and show. But when I saw it, I was like, I don't know. I'm not really excited about this at all. It looks kind of, I don't know if generic is the right word. It didn't draw my attention really. I don't know if it was the character designs. I'm not sure. I think it's partially the technology. Like the Switch 2 is just such a weak ass console. You know, I look at a lot of the games they've shown and it's like, okay, you know, it looks kind of like a PS4 launch game on its best day, maybe. That's not really good enough for me anymore. You know, I'm not really interested in playing a game that they want to sell, you know, they want to sell the games for like $70 or $80 and they want to charge like more than $1,000 for the console, price it right up there with the PS5, but it looks worse than a PS4 launch game. Like, I'm not really into that. No thanks. No thank you. Oh shit, I didn't sleep. It's like that. I like was surprised. I wasn't really excited at all for it. The world looks neat. It looks like you're in a Dyson sphere is what it looked like, which is kind of fascinating. That was what it looked like to me when I watched that trailer. It's like, oh, are we like in a Dyson sphere world? That's interesting. Kind of like Halo, but like a full sphere rather than a ring. And that's kind of cool. But I don't know, it just didn't... Something about the look of it. I think it's the technology. Like the system is just way too fucking weak. You know, at this point, like a base PS5 is kind of too weak. And Nintendo isn't even like anywhere even close to that. Like the only thing saving that console is the fact that it has a primitive, like baby version of DLSS. If it didn't have that capability, that thing would be an absolute fucking joke. Like, I still maintain that is nothing but a Switch Pro in disguise. And I'm sorry, but that's not good enough in 2026. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh, we go north? Yeah, let's try it. Let's save here. Man, everything's so snappy and quick. They revealed that Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake, and I was excited to see, like, at least walking around in Kakariko Village. I think it's called that. People call it Kokoriko or something. I don't think that's how you say it. I've always said Kakariko. Whatever. I was excited to see, like, walking around in a village or walking around in the map or something. And they didn't show a goddamn thing. Which was kind of disappointing. I wanted to see what it looked like. But even then, I'm not so sure I really care that much. That could be one game I'd be interested in at some point. That's something else I might play here on my channel. Not sure if I said this, but I'll say it again. I stopped playing games for a few years, like 3.5 years. I didn't play a single game. I didn't read about games. I didn't know what the PS5 looked like when it came out. I didn't know what the games looked like. I didn't care. I didn't pay any attention. It wasn't until like the middle of 2023 that I started looking into it again. And in the very beginning, what got me back into gaming was my older games. I had suddenly developed an interest in the Nintendo 64 for like the first time since the mid 90s, which was unexpected. But it was like the one console that I just never really got into besides when I owned it way back in like 96. And I guess I got like a fascination and interest in it. And I went and I bought the Ocarina of Time for it, complete in box off eBay. And it was like $165. Like that game's expensive. It's probably even more now. It wasn't the gold like launch version. That was like $500. And I'm like, yeah, fuck that. Fuck you. So I bought the standard gray cart, but it's complete in box. I wanted to have at least that game complete in box. And I might play that on here one of these days. I have the N64. You can see it on that top of my shelf on the right. I have the, what is that purple controller called? Atomic Purple. And then my console has a little cover over it to keep the dust off. We might do that. I don't have a lot of games for it, but I have Ocarina of Time, Mario 64. I no longer own GoldenEye, and I don't think I ever want to again. I'm not interested in that game anymore. It was cool in the 90s. Doesn't hold up. Looks like shit now. I don't want to play that. I don't care about James Bond anymore. That's not a game that I'm interested in ever going back to. I used to play the shit out of it, though. It was like the one game I was good at. I have Harvest Moon 64, Kirby 64. Not a lot. What else do I have? I can't see them from here. Mischief Makers. Paper Mario. I don't own it anymore, but I would be interested in getting a copy of Quest 64 and trying that again. It's like the only JRPG that they fucking released on that thing, and it's fully 3D. And at the time, I owned it back in the 90s, and I was disappointed with it. But I feel like if I went back to it, I might like it. I kind of wish I had Wave Race. I don't own that one anymore. Star Wars. I don't have that Shadows of the Empire game. I wouldn't mind having that again. Actually, I don't think I ever had it. I used to rent it. I'll tell you what, I watch Jeff Gersman's podcast, or, I watch his videos from time to time. And he's got this Nintendo series he's been doing for like 3 or 4 years. And he's almost done with it, where he plays and ranks every NES game that was released in the US. It's pretty popular on his channel. And I think that he's going to do the N64 next because he's been talking about it a lot and hinting towards it. And I'm like, unless he changes his mind, I feel like that's what he's going to do. And I would be really interested in seeing that. That's so different than what he normally plays on his channel. And he doesn't seem to be a big fan of that console. So it would be really interesting to see him play something that he's not maybe as knowledgeable about and as interested in. And there's so many weird N64 games. It's such a bizarre fucking console. I would be really interested. I think that'd be an awesome fucking series if he did that. And there's less games. I think there's under 300 games. So it wouldn't take him, like half a fucking decade to play through those, which was probably maybe part of his idea for doing it, if he does do it. Oh no. Sandworms are generally really hard. You fight these guys in Final Fantasy 3, 6, I almost said 6, and they're fucking hard in that game. Okay. Not bad. We did level grind for a while. It's paying off, apparently. Okay. Let's heal. Wrong button again. What is this tree wither? What the hell is that? Is that a one-time use? And I'd love to get some boxed games, like boxed Super NES games. Boxed N64 games. One of these days, I want to get a functional original NES. And I want to get some games for that thing and play that shit on here. I grew up with the NES, but I don't have it anymore. And I'd be interested in having and playing a few of those. Not a ton of them, but there's a handful I would like to get. Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, that's the game I had. I would be interested in getting maybe the first 3 games. The Mario games. There's a few. Milan's Secret Castle I'd be interested in. Bubble Bobble. The Legend of Zelda. Both of them. So do I go in here? Oh, cool. Oh, this looks all right. Okay. Can I go in this water? Nice. That's cool. That's really cool. It's rare that you can do that in a game like this. The door is sealed shut. Well, here goes. Huh? Watch this. Whoa. Aren't these something? I'll sell you some cheap. How about 50 explosives for 30 GP? Okay. Learned to use bomb. Okay, can I go back and blow up that skull? This music's not too bad. Whoa. Steel shield. Okay. So how do I equip this stuff? Like, is it just equipped? I'm assuming it just equips it automatically, though? Okay, can I do that while in the game? Oh, yeah. Okay. I still have my launch Wii in a box that I haven't even taken out of the box in like, I don't know, like 16 to 18 years. It's been boxed up. I'd like to get some component cables for it and maybe try some of those games on here. I don't have a large collection, but I have Xenoblade and The Last Story and Pandora's Tower. I've got that Project Rainfall trilogy. I still have my launch copy of Twilight Princess that I never finished. I didn't play much of the Wii. I've said it before. I don't like that console. I hate the controls. I hate the controls. And at the time, you know, we'd moved to HD consoles and the Wii didn't. And so it looked like shit on an HD TV and I didn't like it. But it would work on this TV here, is the thing. Let's see how hard this is. Oh, shit. Hell yeah. It's so smooth and snappy. I can't stand games that make you wait constantly and it's so slow to click through screens and they force you to just sit on a screen forever and it loads forever. So many of these RPGs are slowed down by their systems and mechanics. This is snappy and quick. Look at that. Look how fast I can scroll through that text. You know, I don't want to read that every single fucking time. It attacks fast. Look at that. You know, imagine if Final Fantasy VII Remake had turn-based battles and they used the speed of the PS5's SSD to do that so that the battles were that fucking fast. Did I clear this out? Let me check. Oh, there's another. Hell yeah. One game that definitely took advantage of that SSD was Forspoken. That game's awesome, by the way. It's one of my favorite games of the generation. When you load a save, it's like literally 1 second max, and you're just in the game, walking around. It's instantaneous. It's crazy. I think your character will even occasionally comment on it. Like, whoa, that was fast. What's this? Uh-oh. He looks pissed off. Nice. This is great. Huh? Oh, wait. Yes! I didn't expect that. I thought it just a hole would blow on the side. Wow. What was that other game that Nintendo showed off? Was it called Wii Sports Resort? Whatever the hell it was. Everything they showed, I'm like, you know what? That actually looks like a pretty cool game. If that was a pack-in with the console, it might feel a little more worthwhile picking that thing up. That looked like a very nice game. It's the kind of thing you'd want to have with the console on day one, you know? It's the sort of game that, like, you only get from Nintendo. Anytime another company tries to do something similar, it never comes off the same. It doesn't feel as good. I really wish they had better hardware. I'll be honest, it's like probably my biggest issue. Like, the GameCube was their last, like, great high-end console. It was such a cool-ass system. It was so powerful, but small and compact. I think the Wii U is, like, the closest they've come to a next-gen console since the GameCube. Other than, like, higher resolution and better frame rates, it still looks like Wii U games coming out of them. That's another one. If I can get some component cables, I might try to see if I can get that, because I have a Wii U, to see if I can play that on this TV. I have a handful of games for it. Xenoblade Chronicles X, one of my favorite games. Pikmin 3, I think, is one of the best looking games Nintendo's ever made. And it's fun. It's such a charming game. I really like that game. Tokyo Mirage Sessions. A solid Shin Megami Tensei style RPG. At the time was exclusive to the Wii U, and eventually I believe they ported it to the Switch. But it's really a Wii U game. Okay, what do we do here? Oh. Fucking take all these guys down. Whoa, what the? That Minotaur-looking guy worries me. Ooh, he didn't like that. Uh-oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Come on. Yes. Fucker. Got you, bitch. Okay. Oh, what was that? I went up. Did I learn something? I'm not sure. Maybe I leveled up? There's a lot of places to go in here. Oh, it's another one of these fuckers. Oh man, he does not like that. Yes! I got him before he fucking confused me and shit. You know what? Let's go in here. What the hell is in here? Ooh. Oh, it's a new spell? Let's go check the other. There's another room I missed back here. Okay. Not sure what they are. Oops. Not sure what kind of content I'll... Like, over time... Oh no, that looks like a boss. Okay, let's see here. Maybe I'll use items. And then save. I think over time, hopefully you'll see, as I keep doing this stuff, that I create more interesting content and I try different things. Right now I'm in this mode of just experimenting with different games and checking them out and recording these little videos. But hopefully over time, things change and improve. You know what? Let me just fucking jump over there and see what happens. You'll never beat me. I have the power of the crystal of earth. Oh, wow. Damn. It's kind of cool. Flamerus Rex. Isn't Quake an earth spell, though? It'll probably heal him. I'm gonna try it, though, just to see. Oh, what was that? Oh. Whoa. It did decent damage. Wow. Holy shit. Oh, it like broke some of his bones? Listen to that music. Oh, like every once in a while, it's got this stereo effect. Wow. Not bad. This Quake spell did decent damage. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to have to heal that guy. Tristan. Oh, yeah. Fucking his ass up. You like that? You like that? Bitch ass. Oh, wow. Fucking him up. Missed me, bitch. Ooh. Yes. What the hell? What's that? Can I jump to pick it up? Look, the crystal. Never mind that. Get a load of this stuff. Whoa. I'll keep this. Oh, here's what you wanted. Received elixir. Wow, that was cool. What if I can't do anything? What? Huh. Sand coin. I'm not sure. Like, surely I do something with this crystal. Maybe I come back later. Let's save. Okay, I guess we'll leave. Look, I've got to go. See you around, kid. Shit. Fuck you. Could have waited until I got out of here, asshole. No, 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 no. Oh, come on. What do I do? This kind of sucks having to walk all the way back. Is this where I came from? This is a decently sized area. Before I put this in, like I mentioned, I was thinking about hooking up the Xbox, but I also looked into hooking up the GameCube and trying out my Game Boy player. Something else I haven't even tried it since I bought it, like back in whenever the hell it came out. Okay. Hey, wait a minute. This area wasn't green before. Oh, so did we restore the land? This looks really cool. Is this the house? Hurry and give Kaylee the medicine. Poppy, is it really you? Here's the elixir. Thank you. Now I can visit Spencer and Aquaria. Why don't I go to Aquaria first and look around? Where is it? It's through the focus tower and to the northeast. Take care. What are these orbs? Bye now. How about thank you? Oh, this is pretty. Look, I'm a little girl again. So was everyone like elderly and everything was dying? Wow. I want to hear Mac's stories again. Go save the crystals. Oh, that's super cool. I wasn't expecting that. Thanks for saving us and the trees. Kaylee can now talk to the tree spirits. If you're tired, have a rest on that bed. Oh, did I miss this? Cure potion. You can save. Can you save all 4 crystals? Well, I got one. I think I can. Feeling good about it. Cool. Ooh, let's go to this forest. Nice. What? What's going on? Why am I curing? Oh. I'll fuck around here for a minute. It's all restored now. Yeah, I could definitely see a sequel to this being a cool game. Action adventure with nice, vibrant, well-made visuals. Honestly, I try not to pay too much attention to the opinions of others. It's generally, people's opinions are like it's their own. It's not going to be how you feel about something. And if you let that influence you, it's no longer like your authentic, true feelings. A lot of times people feel this need to like follow other people, like to basically follow the pack. And they don't form their own. Like, I apply this to many things I do. Like my worldview. I take things from the environment that I find interesting or useful to create my own unique worldview. I don't choose one specific way of thinking or, looking at something. I combine them together and make my own unique, personal worldview. And it changes. I have the freedom to, change it based on new information over time. And I suspect it will remain that way until the day I die. If I just went by what other people said, I'd probably never play this game, or I would already have an opinion of it before even playing it. Which is ridiculous. That's how a loser fucking acts and thinks. A follower. Okay. Man, that guy did a lot of damage. Focus tower. Oh, how many times do I have to battle here? 9 of 10. Maybe I'll come back when I have a friend. Okay. The hell's that thing? This place looks kind of big. Fucking A, and I have to do it alone. I like the fact that I'm not getting in constant random battles. That is real fucking nice. Well done, Poppy. Remember, Captain Mac will be crucial to your quest. A girl named Phoebe can help you. But I'm going to Aquaria. Maybe you'll find her along the way. Was that the old man? Whoa, what the fuck? This looks different. This is interesting. One of my favorite games of all time is Lunar the Silver Star on the Sega CD. But I could likely never convince somebody else that it's as good as I feel it is. Because I played that game when I was 15. And I played it when it was still a relatively new game. And so there wasn't, you didn't have Final Fantasy VII to compare it to, or Final Fantasy fucking 16 or 7 Remake or whatever game, Horizon. You know what, let's go in here. Oh, wow, I'm out. The fuck? Where the hell am I going? Hi. It's hopeless. I give up. Aquaria is frozen, people are sick, and Grandpa's trapped. Wait, have you ever heard of a man named Spencer? Why, he's my grandpa. What luck. Let's go free him. But we can't. I'm going home. Hey, what's your name? Where are you from? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Phoebe from Aquaria. You are Phoebe? Then I'm going with you. There we go. Shit. What's this thing? Anyway, like my favorite game, right, is Lunar the Silver Star. I have such a fondness for it. But I was 15 when I played it. And that's something I think a lot of people maybe they don't take that into consideration. That why they think something is so amazing and they try to convince the world that it's the best thing ever. It's like, yeah, but you formed that opinion when you were basically a child. Looking at it from an adult's point of view that has never experienced it before, they're not going to see it the same way. They're not going to have that baked-in nostalgia and that baked-in experience from a certain point of place and time that no longer exists. You can't go back to that because the world was different and you were different. We'll come back here and fight a bunch of these guys later. Whoa! She's got some cool magic. Hell yeah. Aquaria, that's where we're going. Take a nice rest for 95 GP. Refreshment guaranteed. I'll stay. I have no idea how much I have. Whoa. Brr, the ice doesn't melt even when heated. How do I see how much GP I have? Oh, I have 571. Wow. It's not that much. They charge me a lot. Holy shit. All the healing herbs are frozen, so I can't make my cure potion. How about some explosives? I don't need any right now. I have a lot. Actually, I have a shit ton. Okay, let's go battle. Let me save. This seems like a nice little relaxing town. But let's go out here and battle a little bit. There's probably a lot of people out there that are, they're like formative years and their favorite games are going to be like a mobile game or the game they played on a tablet. Some disgusting game like Roblox, For certain people, there's probably something there that they like and they have a connection to. And they'll remember it fondly. It doesn't make it wrong. People take this shit way too fucking seriously. Like, I've said it before, but like, these are children's toys. They're kids' games. To take something like Final Fantasy VII or Chrono Trigger so seriously, Legend of Zelda, it's fucking stupid. It's really stupid and childish. Like, you can like it. But be realistic about what you're doing. Let's just keep fighting these fuckers. I remember years ago, like, probably, I don't know, 12 or 13 years ago, I worked with somebody that played PC games, and at the time I liked PC games a lot. And one of my favorite PC games back then was Crysis. And I was talking to them about it and asked them if they'd played it. And they were like, nah, I don't like that game. I think the game sucks. Yeah, I didn't like it. And I was like, what? Like, how the fuck can you not like that? And they got all defensive about it. Like, dude, I didn't like it, all right, man? Like, they got really defensive about it. And I don't know. It's like, I shouldn't care about what they do and don't like. I still think that's an amazing game. And it did things in 2007 that we still don't see getting done. Almost 20 years later, it feels like technology has barely advanced in 20 fucking years when you look at a game like Crysis. It's like, what are we doing with all of these fucking like $3,000 video cards and high-end PC components if we're not even getting games that look as good as something that came out 20 years ago? What is going on? Like, what happened? And why do we need video cards that are this expensive and supposedly capable? And obviously some of the games do look better, but not that much better. She's got some sick ass fucking magic. Oh my god. Wow. I'd like to play some of those games from back then. I've mentioned that if I can somehow get a hold of a CRT computer monitor, I'd like to do that. I'd like to play like on here, like with this kind of setup. Like I have over here on the shelf next to me a bunch of boxed PC games from between like 2003 and 2008. And I think it'd be cool to play some of that stuff. Already cleaned out. I have that original CD version of Doom 3 that has the sick-ass fucking shadows. Like the shadows, the lighting in Doom 3, the original version, still looks so fucking amazing. It almost looks like ray-traced lighting. It's crazy. I think it'd be cool to fucking play that. And that game runs natively in 4:3 aspect ratio, if I remember correctly. I don't have Quake 4 any longer. I gave it to a friend like 12 years ago. Someone I considered a friend, and then they never talked to me again. I actually sent that person, like the last time I ever sent him a text message, I played a game that they had hyped up to me when we used to work together. Man, I hope I don't die here. They would always tell me how amazing Chrono Trigger was and how I needed to play it. And so one day I decided, like, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to play through the game and beat it. And I texted them to let them know that I had done that. And they were just like, lame. And like, I was like, what the fuck? And then they never talked to me again. And I gave them a bunch of shit for free. I don't know why I do shit like that. When I do favors for people, it's never returned. Like, they never return the favors. What was this? Oh, it's the cave. Yeah, let's keep fighting these guys. See if I can clear this out. I have Far Cry, the original Far Cry. I think that game sucks. Like, if you actually play the game, it fucking blows. Enemies will see you from like 2 miles away on the map. Like, you will be hiding behind a tree in the jungle, and an enemy will see you like across a gulf on the other side of the island through the forest and start like all of a sudden, like all the enemies will just come running at you. It's ridiculous. It is so fucking stupid. And then later in the game, like they all have rocket launchers and you're being hit by fucking rockets from like a mile away everywhere you go. It's so unfair and unfun. The game looks impressive for the time, but like it sucks to play. So I'm not sure I'll ever play that. I mean, maybe to fuck around with it and appreciate the technology or something. One of my favorite games from back then, like from I think 2004 or 5, at least the last time I played it, maybe my opinion would be different now, is Fear, the original Fear on PC. I used to love playing that. I've played it so many times. It became a sort of a benchmark game for me. You know, to see like, okay, is this new PC upgrade going to be able to play Fear any better? Because that game was always real heavy. It would beat the shit out of like any video card I had. As soon as I turned on anti-aliasing, it was like fucking done. Man, these guys are pretty rough. Might be interested in playing the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion again. It's been so long since I've played it. It used to be another benchmark game for me. I still have a few of my original PC components in boxes in a closet from back when I got into that stuff. I have an ATI X1900 XTX, and I have the original AGA PhysX card. And I have an old AMD Athlon 64 4000 plus CPU, but I don't have a socket 939 motherboard to put it in. But I have a PC that I built back in like 2010, 2011, right around there. It has a NVIDIA GTX 580 in it with a first gen i7 CPU. And I could play all my old games on that, I'm pretty sure. I actually got it out of my closet the other day to see if it still worked. And it did. But I don't have a PC monitor to hook it up to. And I tried using it with this TV with my VGA to component converter. And I have an HDMI to VGA adapter, but it wouldn't work. I just got like a fuzzy black and white screen of just garbled. It looked like static. So I would need a monitor. And one day, I'd like to get one of those. I think a CRT monitor would be fucking cool. I think I need to heal. Yeah, these guys are kind of rough here. Let's clear them out. Stalker, the original Stalker on PC. I loved that game. It had such a vibe and sense of atmosphere, and it had some really cool technology. I think it was some kind of like parallax occlusion on certain textures that gave them this 3D depth. I'd never seen it done so well. A really surprising looking game. It was a weird mix of like kind of janky and old with like really modern high-end tech mixed together. I'd love to play that again. I suspect it'll be a real pain in the ass to get a lot of those games working, though. I'll probably install them and then immediately find out it's not compatible, and I'll have to go look for patches that are hosted on some fucking shady-ass website somewhere. Read a ton of fucking forum posts from like 15 years ago to try to figure out what I need to do to make it work. I do think it would be cool to get an older motherboard and and fuck around with my ATI X1900 XTX. I actually have a second X1900 XT that's compatible with the X1900 XTX and Crossfire. And I could do Crossfire, like the first gen Crossfire with those two fucking cards. But it was problematic. It used a fucking dongle, like a link cable that plugged into the back of the cards outside of the computer chassis. And it was like this big, like fucking loop. And it would go from one card to the other, and it was super rigid and heavy and thick. And you had to screw it in, like if you screw in like a VGA cable, there's a standoff on each side of the connector, and you screw the cable in. These fuckers had like 4 of those on each cable header. So you had to screw in like 4 fucking thumb screws, and they were really tiny. Or 8 of them, really. And they were super fucking small, like really thin, delicate little thumb screws. And they fucking broke. Like I was screwing it in, it just snapped right off. So now the cable, from my memory, I mean, it's been a long ass time since I've used it. My memory is the cable was like, if it sat there for a while, all of a sudden your image would start to get weird colors in it, and you'd have to jiggle the cable, and then the color would come back. And it was like you had to babysit the fucking thing all the time. It was so sensitive. It was a terrible design for linking the cards. But I remember back then, I had a 1080p monitor. It's maybe like 2006 or 7. I remember playing Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion and getting like 120 frames a second and thinking like, holy shit. And that was with all the settings maxed. But then I did what a lot of people do when they play games like that on PC. I was more worried about the performance, and I would have like a performance monitoring suite running, and I wouldn't be playing the game anymore. I'd be monitoring stats the whole fucking time. And I started to ruin gaming for me. And I started hating PC games because it was like that every time I played them. And then I got out of it. I didn't play a PC game for over 10 years. Literally over 10 years. I didn't touch PCs. All cleared out. Okay. What do I have now for GP? It's not bad. Let's try this place. I think the game that actually got me back into playing PC games again was Cyberpunk 2077. When they released the Phantom Liberty DLC or expansion, I had a workstation, an audio workstation I built for audio work. But it was capable. It was a capable system. It just lacked a dedicated GPU. I had no need for it. But when that Phantom Liberty came out, I'm like, man, I really want to see what that's like. Every time I look at videos of that, it looks so good with path traced lighting. I'm like, I need to see that shit. And so I bought an RTX 4070, and I played that game with all the settings maxed out, and it was fucking amazing. And I've since played a handful of games on PC, but not really that much. I have Alan Wake 2 on PC, but But I also have it on PlayStation 5, and I played through it on PlayStation 5. And so I'm like less likely to play through it on PC now, because I've already seen it through. But the PC version does look a lot nicer. Fuck! Oh my god! The fuck? Oh my god! Man, these guys are nasty. Oh, fuck you. Wow. Man, what the fuck? Some asshole just slammed their door so fucking hard it shook my whole apartment. Like, who does that? Who lives like that? Like, I don't want anybody to know where I am, you know? I'm like fucking Garrett from Thief, and that's how I want to stay. Oh, that reminds me. I saw that, I think it's Night Dive, announced they're doing like an enhanced port of the original Thief for PC. That game's sick. I don't own that game. I've only played it a few times back in like, I don't know, like, I don't remember exactly what year. It might have been 2000 or something like that. Quite a while ago. That'd be a sick game to fucking play. I'm sure there's ways to get the original. I just don't have it. Well, where do I go now? There was a lot of areas in that tower I didn't explore. There's some kind of temple. Oh, that's where I got the girl. Destroyed these. That's nice. Okay. Go back to the town. I didn't really do anything here. We'll save. Cool. It's cool. I get to walk around on the ice. So I wonder... Frozen waterfall. I'll bet you when I restore this part of the world, all this ice thaws. It's an exciting thought. Ooh, can I go in here? No. The cold air made Grandma sick. Ooh. Oh, I'll bet you when this thaws, I can jump through here. games with a cool, like games that represent different seasons or different types of like weather would be cool to check out. Maybe I'll do some videos on that at some point. Games that have a cool winter theme. I don't know. Represent nature. So Phoebe, where's Spencer trapped? In the tunnel he was digging under here. The dirt is frozen solid, so he can't get out. Can't we melt it? Not until we get wake water from the spring of life. But a monster in the wintry cave stole the Libra crest, which warps us from the Libra temple to the Life temple. Anyway, first we have to get that whatchamacallit crest back, right? Right, to the wintry cave. Ooh, what are these crystals on the wall? Like, it's a very primitive looking game, very simple, but it has this charm to it. It's like, it's soft. The colors look nice, almost like pastel colors. And I remember seeing screenshots of this in magazines in the 90s. It used to catch my eye. I remember seeing it often, maybe in ads. I wanted a Super Nintendo so bad when I was a kid. I would fantasize about it all the time. You know, like what must it, like, what's it like to have one of these? It must be so amazing to be one of those lucky kids that can go home and play this thing. And I would just look at pictures in magazines and fantasize about it. All right, I guess we go to the cave. Oh, we can go over here now. Let's take care of these motherfuckers. I remember seeing one of the games that really got me, besides Secret of Mana and Super Mario World, was The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Every time I saw that bitch in a magazine, I would, like, with such jealousy and fascination, you know, I would look at screenshots thinking like so many people are lucky and they get to experience this amazing adventure. It looks so fucking beautiful, mysterious. Sometimes I'd have a magazine that would have like a partial guide, you know, that would walk you through not the whole game, but like, you know, like so many hours into the game. And I would just look at it over and over and over. I have that one. We could play that one of these days. I'm not very good at that game. I don't really know like where all the secrets are. You know, I don't really know the best way to go about tackling the game. I just kind of play around with it, and I get stuck. Ah, man. I think it'd be really cool one of these days when I have the resources to do it, you know, to go on eBay or something and get some strategy guides from that time period. That's how I would prefer to play a game like that, is to have like the official A Link to the Past strategy guide and use that when I get stuck, rather than opening up my phone or something and looking online. It just feels dirty. Every time it feels so dirty when I do that. Ugh. I don't like the internet. I don't like going to places like that. Every time I go online, I feel like I'm going to a fucking landfill. It's fucking disgusting. It's like a landfill. I'll see new game announcements. And, you know, my curiosity gets the best of me. And I'm like, I wonder what people are saying about this. And you scroll down to the comments. And it makes me feel so dirty and shitty. Because it's like listening to a bunch of 3 and 5-year-old kids fighting and arguing. But they're probably all like 30 and 40-year-old adults. And it's like so depressing and sad and disgusting. And it's like, oh, you know what? Like forums and comment sections, they're basically like landfills. And like if you're a piece of shit and a piece of garbage, you're going to go there. And it's like a place to keep you people in your own segregated area. And I stay out of it. I don't go there. You know, I'm not going to eat out of the garbage. Like, you feel free. You can go eat in the garbage all day. You've got that freedom and that right. But I'm not going to do it. I'm going to, like, either choose to enjoy something, or if it's not for me, I'm going to stay away from it. And that's the end of it. I mean, shit, like, Nintendo announced the Ocarina of Time remake. They didn't really show anything. You got, like, a slight reveal of the character model. But, I mean, you didn't even... He was laying down, like, sleeping, so you couldn't even really see what the character looks like. Other than, oh, it looks pretty... much more realistic. It's stylized, but it has a more realistic look, and it's much more detailed, I think, than I expected. So, like, is the whole game gonna look like that? Is it gonna look hyper detailed? And like comments about that reveal were all so fucking negative. It was just a bunch of whining and shit talking. And it's like, man, these people are so spoiled. They're just all too spoiled. They need their toys taken away. Like, they need to be punished. You know, like when a child acts up, and you need to, like, fucking take the belt to them. You know, whip them with the fucking buckle if need be. I mean, I think that's what's needed with a lot of these fuckheads. They need to be fucking beat down with a fucking buckle on the end of the belt. And they need their toys taken away. You know, when they start screaming and throwing a temper tantrum because they don't get the candy bar at the checkout line. I don't know, they need to be fucking bitch slapped or something. For people that remember, Ocarina of Time was thought of as a much more realistic The Legend of Zelda game. And people liked that. They wanted even more realistic visuals. And then when Nintendo announced, what the hell was that called? The Wind Waker? It was like everyone shit-talked it. They were so upset about it. Me included. I remember the first time I saw this screenshot of Link, I was like, ew, yuck, what the fuck is this? Are you kidding me? I was so disgusted and upset about it. I remember I saw it in a magazine and I like cringed at it. And I was like, ew. It reminded me of that fucking Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, like, not cartoon, but it's like this classic Christmas stop motion thing with dolls that they show every year in the US anyway. And I'm like, dude, it looks like that. What the fuck? Yuck. What the hell are they thinking? And I wanted nothing to do with it. And there was all this like outcry. People wanted realistic Link. Where's realistic Link? What the fuck? And to be fair, the Wind Waker actually is a really good game, and it looks great, and it holds up very well. So I think they made the right call, but at the time, people hated it, and they wanted a more realistic. They wanted realistic-looking Link. And here they are remaking Ocarina of Time with a much more realistic, seemingly, right, from the barely any sort of imagery. You got like a slight side view of Link sleeping as a child. That's it. And everyone's whining and complaining that it looks too real and it's a nasty look and the game's going to be garbage and it's going to get delayed and it's never going to come out. And it's just a bunch of complaining and whining. It's disgusting. And I just want to completely disengage with all of that stuff. Because while I may not feel fondly about Nintendo anymore like I used to. And that's partially because I don't think they make good hardware. I think their hardware sucks. It used to be that they made it, at least it was affordable, but it's like not even affordable anymore. That's part of my issue. It's like, well, now you're pricing it as this hyper premium device like it's Teenage Engineering or something. And it sure as fuck ain't. And like Teenage Engineering isn't either. It's like overpriced fucking trash, in my opinion. But like, they're pricing all their products at this like unaffordable high price point. And it's no longer affordable. It's no longer cheap to go along with the cheap components you're getting. That's part of my issue with it. But I still think they make great games. And I'll bet you that Ocarina of Time Remake is going to be an amazing game. I'll bet you it's going to be amazing. And I'll also bet you that most of the people that are complaining about it are going to buy it and they're going to love it. And it's going to be one of their favorite games and they're going to get a fucking tattoo of it on their body. "20 years from now, they're going to talk about it fondly, reminisce about what an amazing game it is or was, and how you need to play it. It holds up so well. But go look at their comments now. Realize what a shitbag they are. I've actually thought about maybe I want to get to a point where I have like different little segments in my videos. If I can figure out how to do that smoothly. I don't really have the tools to do that stuff. But I'd like to have some kind of segment where I like, hey, let's take a look at reviews, or not reviews, but like comments. Let's see what people are saying about this or that. And we can talk about it live on here. Well, it's not really live. It's live for me. That's the sort of format I'm doing. I want to do everything just like live, one take. I'm not sure if that would be interesting or not. But it might be. Oh, come on, dude. The fuck? What is going on? Okay. Guess we should heal. There we go. You know what? In fact, I'm gonna look right now. Let's see what we got. Oh shit. Damn it. Man, these guys are getting kind of hard. I'm going to take a look right now and see what kind of comments people are making about the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. I'm just looking at a gaming site. I'm not sure I want to call out the site and draw attention to it necessarily. It's one of the most beloved, highly requested, like, remakes of all time. Like, it is considered, like, the Ocarina of Time is considered, like, one of the best games of all time. By so many people. And, you know, a few years ago, before the rumor came out that Nintendo was working on a remake, everyone wanted it, right? And then it actually gets officially confirmed by Nintendo, and everyone's complaining about it now. Now all of a sudden they don't want it. Let me heal here. And those guys are rough. Holy shit, like she almost died. Oh, I'm blinded. How can I get rid of that? So what'll get rid of that? Huh. You know what? I'll have to go back to town. Maybe staying at the inn? You know, Nintendo's finally doing what people have wanted for decades. Decades. And seemingly from that tiny little reveal, they're doing it to like the highest level they possibly could on the hardware that they have currently. Let's see if this actually heals me. Oh, yes. Okay, cool. We'll save right here. I mean, one of the first comments I see under the reveal of this Ocarina of Time remake is, well, I guess we won't be seeing any new Zelda games for a while. It's never fucking happy. It's a fucking crybaby child right there. Throwing a temper tantrum. It's not the right toy. It's not good enough. It's the wrong color, Mom. Fuck you. Fine, I'll take it back. No, don't take it back. I'll play with it. Fucking bitch. Fucking bitch. Where's your pacifier, bitch? I'm gonna put some fucking hot sauce on it, you little shithead. Then I'm gonna fucking tape it to your face. What else? What else do we have here? So what? This is the 4th remaster? And then they go on to whine about how many times they've remade this game. I don't think it's quite that, buddy. Looks a little different than just porting it, you know, to like the GameCube. Fucking clown. You know, some people are like, I don't even see the point in this. And it's like, the point is, it's one of their most beloved, like, highly regarded titles of all time. I'm sure Nintendo has a lot of incentive to remake that game for a new audience, you know, like, because I don't see what the point is. Well, maybe, you know, someone like you who played it in the 90s doesn't see the point. But think about, like, if you had kids because you probably fucking don't. And if you do, that's fucking sad as fuck, dude. That's too bad. Like, if you had kids, they probably have no, like, correlation to that sort of experience. Like, they've never played 90s games. They didn't grow up with an N64. Let me see, where else can I go here? How do I get over there to that one? Like, Nintendo wants to make sure that they're also, you know, they're taking some of their best, highly regarded games of all time and making them accessible for a new audience, a younger, fresher, like, generation of gamers. And I hate that term, gamers. I don't want to use that. But in a way that they will appreciate. If they just release this fucking 90s game, they're not going to want to play that. It's going to look old and dated and ugly. They want to play something that looks new and modern. Like, they have a lot of incentive to do it, a lot of reason to do it. It's not often that we've had big, high-end, like, big budget remakes from Nintendo. So I have no issue with it, really. I think there's been people over many, many years that have begged for some kind of modern remake to some of these beloved games. And Nintendo seems to just kind of ignore it. And here they are doing it. And everyone's whining about it. This person's like, you know, I don't see the point in this. And then there's somebody else saying, well, obviously you're not a fan because otherwise you'd understand. Wow. Like, grow the fuck up. Oh my God, that person's probably like 50 years old that's saying that. That's so fucking messed up. Can you imagine being like a teenager and like like you're having like dinner with the family and your dad is like getting all upset and like, what's wrong, Dad? And it's like, oh, this guy is just, he doesn't understand why Zelda is so important. And he's like on his phone, like texting on this, replying to this fucking comment section, all upset, yelling at the dinner table. Jesus Christ. God, when people leave a comment, especially in a comment section, you know, like comments are generally supposed to be just like short little like, hey, this looks really cool, or I'm not really interested in this. Here's what I like about this, you know. But when they release, like when they respond with like 5 or 6 paragraphs, it's literally like 3 pages of a book. That is fucking... That's weird, man. That's not normal. I'm aware, like, people that do stuff like that, you know, they probably have some issues, you know. They're not really mature, normal adults. Like, I should know, you know. I'm not normal. It's one of my standout features. Like, I can relate and I can kind of understand where people are coming from. But then I also see it like from an outside perspective, and it's like, dude, look at yourself from like a third party point of view and chill the fuck out. You should be ashamed and embarrassed. Don't do that. Well, I don't think there's a whole lot more I can get here because when I looked at these comments a few days ago, it wasn't this bad. But these are literally like 3 to 6 paragraph responses, like to each other. Like, well, you're not a real fan. And, well, really, I'm not a real fan. And then they're talking about like their history playing it. And it's just this back and forth. And it's like, it's not even worth my time to look at. I'm going to get out of that. It's disgusting. I feel like I just got a bunch of garbage on me. I feel like I just had to walk through the sewer, you know, like the pathway, like the bridge was broken or washed out. And I had to, you know, like in an RPG when you get stuck in a sewer, I feel like I just had to do that for a little while. And I need to surface now and I need to get cleaned up. Man, some of these guys are really fucking my ass up here. Whoa, what the fuck? This claw saved me. Here's how to use it. Select the claw, hold the A button down, and press the control pad. Now it's yours. Oh, is it only on areas like this? Oh, okay. That's cool. So you get like different items and obviously you'll have new mechanics introduced and unlocked over time. I know we saw that guy earlier that had that claw thing he could shoot out. I'll bet you eventually we get access to that then. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Nice. That's pretty cool. How hard are these guys going to be? Oh, wow. They didn't like that. Is that like a death spell? Fuck you. Okay, good. I was surprised to see the new Kingdom Hearts game revealed, like with what looked like gameplay. And I'll say that's a game that I don't like. I don't like Disney characters. I think Kingdom Hearts in general is kind of gross. It makes me feel gross. I don't like it. It's nasty. I bought the first Kingdom Hearts on PS2 when it came out because it looked so good visually. And it had some Final Fantasy characters in it. And I'm like, oh, this could be cool. I'm not sure how I feel about the Disney stuff. Maybe I'll like it. And I did not. I did not like it at all. And I ended up returning the game. I think I had it for about a week. And I'm like, yuck, no. And I returned it. And I never really played it again. I bought a Kingdom Hearts collection of some kind on the PlayStation 3 that I still have factory sealed. And that's it. But when I saw Kingdom Hearts 4, I guess? I did think it looked very nice. I'm like, wow, this is an attractive looking game. It looks good. And it's kind of reminiscent to me anyway. It looks similar to Final Fantasy 15 in its mechanics. I don't know. Depends when it comes out and what my financial situation is. Like, I would possibly at least try it. Because I thought it looked very nice. It looked interesting. I'm not into the Disney characters. I don't like Disney characters. And I don't know, the games are kind of cheesy. For me. While I sit here playing Mystic Quest. Oh, I can climb up here? Interesting. Do I have to fall here? Oh, it's like a pathway. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. God damn. There you go, bitch. I did not expect to play this game for this long. I'll be honest. Like, maybe I'll make my thumbnail with like a fucking hidden gem question mark? And then I'll put like one of those stupid like curved red arrows on it that's pointing to nothing. And you're like, what is it pointing to? what is that for? What, am I missing something? Click to find out. Okay, we've been over here. Shit, where do I go? Fucking A. Oh, I'm like behind shit? Oh, whoa, I can go way over here? What the hell? Oh shit, I didn't want to do that. Fuck. I'm just imagining actually doing that with my thumbnail. Secret hidden gem? I don't think I'm going to. Oh my god. This place looks fucking huge. I think we're on the right track. I see a door. It looks like I can blow it up with a bomb. Oh. Man, I'm burning up my magic. Let me look at my items. Hell yeah. Man, this game's pretty cool. Whoa. That's a lot of guys there. Damn. What's this turtle thing? Man, she fucking fills that motherfucker with arrows. Nice. So I'm attacking with the claw as well. I wasn't even paying attention to how much damage I'm doing. Let's try it again. Not a lot. Oh shit. Can I switch weapons in battle? Fuck. I can. Oh, wow. I wonder what I should use. Let me try the axe. Let's see what we got here. Okay. There's a shit ton of guys in here. I don't know how long I'm gonna go here. Honestly, I thought maybe an hour or two at most. It's over 3 hours. And I still kind of want to, like, see if I can get through this dungeon. I normally get so bored playing games like this. But I'm not with this one. Bitch ass. I mentioned earlier I don't like Disney. However, I will say one of my favorite movies of all time is a Disney movie. The original Fantasia. That is one of my favorite movies. It's beautiful hand animation. And it looks so creative and fantastical. It's like an extended soundtrack to classical music. It's fucking awesome. That's like one of my rare exceptions. I like some of the older Disney stuff, and especially Fantasia. I love the scene or section in the movie, whatever you want to call it, where the fairies are... I remember an ice fairy skating on the water, and she would freeze the water as she skated over it, and I just thought it looked so fucking cool. I guess I should heal again. Man, I am starting to run low on items and magic. There's so many guys in here. It's so cool when, like, when you do a certain amount of damage and the enemies change. Like, part of their spikes break off, or they'll look angry, or depending on the creature, you know, parts of their bodies might fall off or something. Fucking A. Wonder what the sword does. I should try that too. That was a critical hit. So not necessarily representative of a standard attack. Motherfucker. What about her? She's got a lot of magic. There we go. You know, I've never tried bombs in battle. Like, is that something I can do in battle? Oh, wow. I have a lot of them. Maybe I'll do that for a little while. What the hell just happened? How did I hit everyone? Oh, does it do that every time with bombs? Whoa. Interesting, but it does less damage. Oh, you asshole. Nice. Yes. I almost got him. Fucking asshole. Yes, okay. Let's heal. Actually, let's check in here. What's the heal potion? You know what? I'll use her cure magic. Okay. I'm really pleased with how good this looks with these component cables. Using this little converter box. Hopefully it comes across in the video. Hopefully it looks sharp and clean and colorful. I might try some other Super Nintendo games this week now that I have this all hooked up. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Whoa. Damn, there are so many fucking guys in here. I'll admit, I'm getting kind of sick of it. Oh dear. Thank you. I got a fucking email from the fucking apartment, like, management office that they sent to, like, all the tenants. Like, it was a security alert stating that there's evidence that somebody's been setting things on fire around the property and that they're working with the police to investigate. I'm wondering what the fuck got set on fire and what happened. Like, was it some kids? Did somebody set like a bag of shit on fire and leave it at a doorstep? Or like, because there's some trashy ass fucking people here. They'll like take their garbage out and they'll just set it by their door. Like they're too lazy to bring it to the garbage dumpster. So they'll just set it outside their door and just leave it there for days. And like maybe like a neighbor was like so disgusted and sick of it that they're like, I'm gonna burn that fucking thing. Pieces of shit, teach them a lesson. Like, I'm wondering what exactly got set on fire. If it was a big deal or if it was like some dumb bullshit. Like, I know around the 4th of July, which is coming up soon, people set fucking fireworks off on the property, like right next to my apartment and shit. Like in the community, they will set off fucking fireworks, that's insane. That's like setting off fucking bombs and shit. And they don't do anything about it. And it blows my fucking mind. It's like, you're gonna complain about like somebody like lighting a match, but you don't seem to care about literal, like actual explosives going off. That's insane to me. They light like, I think they're called M80s. They're like quarter sticks of dynamite or something. It sounds like that's what they are. People set those off in the parking lot. It's crazy fucking loud. It shakes my windows and shit. And then I've seen them set off fireworks that like blow up, you know, like an explosion of color, but smaller ones, like right on the property, like right next to people's windows and shit. And they don't seem to fucking say shit about it or give two fucks that anyone's doing that. And around here, that shit goes on for like a month. It's like a week or two before 4th of July, and then it goes on all the way until like fucking September. It's like, I don't know, people buy a lot of fireworks and they just want to keep using them. And so it's like 4th of July every weekend for like 2 fucking months around here. And it sucks. It fucking sucks. They start lighting off what sounds like bombs at like 5 p.m. and it goes all the way to like 2 or 3 in the morning. Every weekend for like a couple of months. That's what happened last year anyway. I'm not sure what it was. I have this feeling like it was the most minor stupid bullshit that somebody set on fire. Like a cigarette butt was found. They banned smoking here like a year or 2 ago. For all the years I've lived here, like one of the rules was like you can't smoke in the apartment, but you're free to smoke on your patio. And then all of a sudden, like a year or so ago, they sent out an email saying, if anyone's caught smoking on the property, you'll be evicted. And I was like, wow, that's really fucking harsh. Just like to turn on people like that quickly. You think about people that have smoked their entire lives. Like they can't just quit tomorrow. And then to just say like, we're going to evict you if you smoke on the property now, like on the property, even like, and I've seen it. I've seen people at like midnight or 1 in the morning. They'll be standing outside their apartment, smoking a cigarette. And then they'll see me and they'll quick like fucking like put it out and run in their apartment and shut the door. And I'm like, I'm not going to say anything. I feel bad for these people. Like they're forced to like come out in like the middle of the night to have a cigarette. Sometimes I even see them go to their cars and smoke in their car just so they can have a cigarette without getting ratted on by some shithead. I don't like the smell, but I don't know. It's not that big a deal to me. You know, like when I was a teenager, all my friends smoked cigarettes. And I never did. I tried one once and I'm like, yeah, I don't see any point in having this. But like my friends smoked cigarettes constantly. And so like anytime I was hanging out with them, they would all just be like chain smoking the whole fucking, like all weekend. And so I would just be like plastered in cigarette smoke. And I just tolerated it, you know? Wasn't that, it didn't offend me. It wasn't a pleasant smell, but it was like a smell, you know, that you just got used to it. Everybody has like a weird smell when you go to their house anyway. Like, oh, it smells weird in this house. Maybe they're cooking some kind of food you don't like. Maybe they wear a perfume or a cologne you don't like. Who knows what? Maybe they have pets and it smells like piss in their house. Or cat shit. Or dog shit. Dude, dogs shit so fucking much. Oh my god. When I was younger, my younger brother had a giant ass dog. And that thing would take shits like bigger than human shits. They were like as big around as my fucking arm, dude. They were like these giant ass fucking logs. And the backyard looked like a fucking, like it was just covered in landmines. It was just giant turds everywhere. You couldn't walk anywhere in that backyard without just stepping in a giant pile of shit. It was crazy. There was so much shit back there. I think it's so gross like here, and probably most apartment communities, they expect you to pick up the turd with your hands and put it in a fucking bag and throw it away if you have a dog. And that's so gross to me, like picking up a big, hot, fresh, slimy dog turd and putting it in a bag. I would feel like, dude, I've got this fucking, I don't know, like I've got this treat now for my shitty neighbor. I'm going to fucking go deliver it to them. I'm going to throw it in their open window or something. It'd be like a waste of a good dog turd. Just throw it away when you can make use of it like that. Think of all the fucking shit you could do with that. Like fucking save it for your like trip to work in the morning and like throw it in somebody's open window as you're driving down the road or something. I don't know. There's so many shitty people, you know, they need to be punished like that. This thing looks like a boss. Let me see. About items. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, wow. I didn't expect a giant squid. Squidite and Sparna. Oh, wow. Holy shit. That did a ton of damage. Oh my god. Oh my god, what was that? Hell yeah. What can I use? Like, I wonder what he's weak to. I'm gonna... Other... Should I try fire on him? Oh, nice. Wow. Oh, man, it barely did shit. That was a waste. She's doing some solid damage. Yeah, you go ahead. I don't use much magic anyway. Oh, I think I'm fucking him up. Hell yeah, that was actually pretty easy. That must be the Libra crest. Let's take it and go to the Libra temple. There's a mark there that looks just like the design on the crest. Stand on it and we'll be warped to the Life Temple. Okay. Let's see where that mark is she's talking about. Where? What mark? Oh, maybe she means all the way at that other temple there's a mark? Dude, that is so fucking far away. they're going to make me go back on foot through this fucking place. I can't believe I found that door, by the way. Wow, this is... a lot of backtracking, huh? Oh, I missed something up there. We'll see if we can get it. And I'm just like monitoring the bit rate that my video's recording at. And I've played games on here where it's like hovering around 8 megabytes or megabits per second. This fucker's sitting like around 20 oftentimes. And I don't know why. It's so simplistic. There's like the very primitive visuals. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the scrolling of the screen is just like beating the shit out of the encoder or something. The one game I had the most trouble with was Nights into Dreams on the Sega Saturn. I tried recording that and uploading that a few times, and it always looked like trash. And the only workaround I found was forcing it to output 2K, even though it's not really rendering it at 2K, to basically trick YouTube into giving me a better quality video. And it still doesn't look very good. I don't know how some of these guys have such nice looking videos. Like I've watched some guys that do what I'm doing where they're recording a CRT. And it looks so clean and it looks so sharp and they never seem to have any kind of issues with the video, but mine always looks awful and compressed. Maybe it's because I don't have a dedicated GPU. That's probably why. It's another future goal that I've got. All right, let's see what this is. Refreshers. I don't know what that is. I hate to waste it. I'll have to look it up because I don't have the manual for this. Let's leave. I've been here long enough. I'm kind of sick of it. Fuck. How do I get out of here? I hope this is the right way. This is not fun. Thank goodness. Let's go to town. 1,500 GP. Man, that was a lot of battles, too. I'm surprised that's all we have. We'll stay at the end. What else can you use money on, I wonder? I think, is this the place? Oh, you just walk over it. That must be the spring of life. The water's dried up. It's hopeless now. Don't give up yet. There's someone inside. Let's have a look. Oh, wait a minute. Can I walk out here? Where's this? Aquaria is in great danger. I know that. Honey, we need wake water to melt the ice. But the wake water's dried up. It's hopeless. Hear me. All that's left of the wake water is in this bag. Take it and go back to Aquaria. Received wake water. Found cure potions. I love how these respawn. Hell yeah. I need it anyway. She used up a lot of ammunition. Let me actually go back in. Nice. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to do it once more. There we go. That should be solid. Wakewater, please save our town. That's it? I guess this town will stay frozen until the crystal of water shines again. Then we'd better hurry to the ice pyramid. Man, they're just sending me all over the fucking place. Oh, shit. Hold on. Falls Basin. Okay, I'm gonna save here. This looks like another fucking dungeon. Oh, wait. Let's push this out of our way. It wasn't really in the way. Maybe they're just showing me the mechanic. Well, there we go. Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to stop it here. It's almost 4 hours. I was not expecting to play this for more than 2. Not a bad game, actually. And I think part of the reason for that is that it's fast. Everything feels snappy and quick. You can select your battle commands very quickly, and they execute quickly. And it just has like smooth, fast progression. You're not spending tons of time with like overly wordy dialogue that feels like a waste of fucking time. The like I said, like the commands, the menu selection is so quick and snappy. You don't feel like you're stuck in the menus for too long. The visuals are primitive, but they have, I don't know, they have a charm to them. They don't look bad, but they do look very simplistic and primitive. It's kind of fun. I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on why, but like I'm enjoying playing it. That's the thing. Like I'm actually enjoying it. And it's probably because it's progressing smoothly and quickly. And that's an issue I think I have with some of the other games that are so highly rated. They're too slow. They're too wordy. And it's boring and kind of pisses me off. And I start to feel like it's wasting my time and I'm not enjoying the experience. I don't like being stuck in menus for too long. I don't like dialogue that just goes on and on and on. And at the end of the day, it's like a fucking children's book. So who fucking cares? I'm sure I'll play it one of these days in one of my videos, but I played Final Fantasy III on the Super Nintendo last summer, about a year ago. And I generally liked it, but I didn't think it was nearly like remotely even close to as good as people claim it is. And part of the reason for that, I think, is because to go back to something I was saying earlier about Lunar the Silver Star on Sega CD being one of my favorite games of all time, I didn't grow up playing Final Fantasy on the Super Nintendo. So I'm not coming at it with this nostalgic, baked in feeling from when I was a teenager. I'm looking at it as an adult years later and being like, I don't know, it's okay. It's got decent looking graphics. The story's okay, but it's also kind of dumb and I don't care that much. And it's cheesy and kind of boring and repetitive. I don't know. I've listened to podcasts where people like they'll do a whole episode dedicated to it or multiple episodes breaking down the amazing story, and I'm like, no, it wasn't. What? How is this real? Like, no, it's really not. And everyone seems to love that opera scene. And dude, that was like the worst part of the game for me. I hated the opera scene. I fucking hated it. And it's like the worst part of that whole game. If I could skip it, I would. If I could press start to skip that entire section, I would do it every fucking time. But I didn't grow up playing it. And I also don't like follow what other people say. I form my own opinions based on my own experiences. And I've been having more fun playing this than I did playing Final Fantasy III. Final Fantasy III has its charm. It looks a lot better visually. The characters are more developed. The music's better. But it didn't, I don't know, it didn't feel as good to play. Like I beat it last year, like I finished it. So I did more than this. Like I actually played that fucker for a long ass time. I was dedicated, I was committed to it. I'm like, I'm gonna see this through. I wanna see what's so amazing about this. And I don't wanna finish it and get the end credits. And like, as I said, like it's a good game, but I'm enjoying this way more than I thought I would for something that's so seemingly simple and, a game for babies. And I couldn't even figure out how to I couldn't even progress through the first 5 minutes without looking on the internet like a child. But to be fair, that was a mechanic that I didn't really even know existed. I didn't know you could jump over NPCs, that they were like obstacles in the environment that I could jump over. But now I know. We'll see what I play next. I'm not sure. I kind of like the idea of continuing with the Super Nintendo because it's all hooked up. And I have a decent little collection of games for it. Over a dozen at least. We'll see what I go with. But until I do that, well, I don't know. I don't know a good way to end my videos. I can't think of one. So until then, bye.